Mm. Oh, coming right in with the hydrate. I got you. Well, I didn't grab me a water, so this is going to hydrate me today. How you doing, man? Oh, oh man, I need to get back in the swing of things and stop like missing streams. Beat from the weekend, but not bad. Yeah, did you live it up or what? What's going on? Ooh, it's hot in here. Oh, people dying. Yeah, and it's hot outside. Fair, fair. Getting more prophecy work. Cool, 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 cool. I dug the trailer, man. Good job. I like it when it's freezing, so I am much more of a cold person. Yeah. Just been dealing with computer issues and uh, just other bullshit. So still just recovering. I hate I streamed on Wednesday and then yesterday I took off because I just did not feel good. Um, I was just feeling like shit. So yeah, that's what I'm trying. You working right now? You picking up the bodies? Oh no, I think I think I haven't had enough sleep this last week, and so it just kept accumulating. And yesterday was just a breaking point. Oh, you're off Friday to Monday. Friday to Monday or Friday and Monday. So it's not. Ah, it is what it is. Modified through. Oh, cool. Nice. Man, so I was painting this today earlier at work, and I was thinking, man, I got all these like mechanics in early levels, and I haven't really used them too much. And so now I want to go back and start getting more mechanics to repeat. You know, shift and off the rest of the week. Oh, all right, fair enough. 60 hours. I don't think I've worked 60 hours, and I couldn't tell you. Bit more polished, yeah. And I just like I kind of want to get the levels designed, and then I'm gonna go back and just kind of like work stuff in. Because I felt like I blew through some of these just to get through them, just to get the shape and the idea down. And I thought about a little bit of the mechanics, and I stuck mechanics here and there, but as I'm overlooking everything, I'm just kind of like, man, I need to go back and just put more stuff in. Excited to watch the visuals and the environments grow visually. I mean, I think that's where I like being, right? Like I think I like designing, like what's it gonna look like? And so this being level 7, I had this idea because the a catfish, right? So I had like this shrine and or I was thinking like these statues built to kind of like honor the catfish. and stuff, and so that's where it kind of lives. But then it's all murky and mixed with lava and shit like that. So I just been, and then this, I don't know if you remember, but I was originally gonna have the moss that would light up the player, and if they used it, it would explode, and then they'd have to go scurry off. Shit, I don't know. Are you subbed? I should have hit the ad. I think you're subbed. Um, so there was a mechanic in. I had it in. Originally, it was in a different level. It was a level that got kicked, and so I was trying to work it into another level, and I was like, you know what, I'll push it to this level, and it was the underworld level. So they'd pick up the moss, and as they get more moss, they glow brighter, and then if they release the energy, then it explodes. But because the underworld was so much lava and it was all lit up, I was like, this isn't a good level for this. Kind of like a weapon, but it's kind of like a micromanagement system. You pick up the moss and you get like a little bit of a lit light in your body, right? Your body lights up. Here, actually, hold on, because I actually have a illustration for it. So like you would have these moss. So in the level will be like pitch black, or it'll be really, really dark. And if you go into the dark without a light, things will eat you and kill you. So you have to have light to kind of push them away. And so the moss that you pick up will allow you to, to retain it, and you yourself will start glowing. But it is also an explosive. So if you use it, you can blow up barriers like these. Like, so you might have these like really strong, murky tar-like things, and you can gain the power and explode to wipe those out. But then you have no light. So if you're in the middle of darkness, you have to hurry up and get back into safety. Right, right. And you can use it for either blowing up like like barriers like this, and the more you pick up, the brighter you get. So you would need more to blow up bigger barriers. Or if you are being overwhelmed by enemies, you could explode those as well. But again, it only lights up the world for, let's say, I don't know, we'll have to test it, but let's say it's like 10 seconds. So you would have 10 seconds to get out of the area to find more moss to start bringing your light back to your body or get into a lighted area. So that was the idea of the mechanic, and I really dug this mechanic, and I wanted to get it in, but for whatever reason, it kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed. And so I'm going to do it in this level. Um, and I was thinking, so if I let me switch back. So like this would be very dimly lit. I'd probably have it a little bit darker to be honest. Um, so like let's say, oh, went the wrong way. Like something like that, right? So like the cracks here with the lava will light up just a little bit. It's not enough. And so you would have to pick up the moss to light your way through here. Otherwise you're gonna die almost instantly. And so what I was thinking about, oh man, this is so ridiculous. I'm looking at one screen and doing something on a different screen. What am I doing? All right. So what I was thinking is like you would start, man, what is up? Oh my God, this is like just being stupid. is not like you. All right. Well, okay. Here we go. So like in this area, you'll I'm gonna have something right here, and I for some reason took it out, and I don't know why I did, but so here I'm gonna have like this thing right here, and it's gonna have one of these barriers right here, and it looks like looks like a dick is coming out of the ground, but that's not gonna be there. And what I'm gonna do is have an NPC run through the moss and get lit up, and they're gonna run into this barrier, and it's gonna explode and knock that barrier out. So that way it teaches the player, oh hey, look, I can use this to break this. Let me get rid of that dick. Um, then in this chamber, I'm gonna allow the player to pick up a bunch, and then I'm gonna have a just an endless amount of enemies just coming, and so they can fight them, but eventually they're gonna get overwhelmed, and then they can use the moss to explode and kill them all, which then will stop them from producing, and then they can use to blow this one up as well. In this next chamber is where they'll be introduced to the fog. And what I was thinking is having another story fish kind of like right here, like he's all kind of beat up and like he's dying, but he has his last few words of wisdom to tell you, not to go in there without a light, go into the darkness without a light, and then so that way you'll go and collect all these and then go in here and you'll see it lit up. So that way it's showing the three things you can do with the glowy moss, the blue moss. At least that's what I'm thinking will teach the player. We'll have to wait until it's all implemented. And it's isolating them too, right? It's isolating just this section to see how to use it to blow things up. And then it's isolating this to blow enemies up, and then it'll start by isolating just the darkness with the light, and then we'll add all three as you progress. But I'm also going to start sticking in like the hallucinogen moss too, and the hallucinogen moss will give you like I have this one of those lore pickups right here. Well, you won't see that unless you're hallucinating. It'll just look like the ground is filled. And then like in here, they're not there yet, but let me turn that fog of war off. Like I'll have a chamber right here that kind of goes dips down, and so that if they're hallucinating, they'll see that this spot is a safe spot. So if they don't make it, they can jump down here. But if they don't have the moss, they won't see it, and they can get crushed if they don't make it through. So I'm starting to add some the other abilities from earlier levels, which is what made me go, huh, I really need to do that for the other levels. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days, but when I've been able to work. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I really want to like, and just thinking about this one, like when I first started doing it, I wasn't feeling it, but now that I'm starting to put like these statues, like honoring the big giant catfish, I'm like starting to like it more, and I'm starting to think of other ideas for level design issues. Like these are statues of the catfish as well, just pointed upwards, and they're gonna shoot the sprayers that if they hit you, they'll throw you into the rocks. or into these spikes, and that'll hurt. But I was also thinking like having some kind of pointed down and or just in different directions. And if you get it, they're gonna shoot like current changes and stuff like that. Because I don't know if you were in stream when I was talking about the lore of the catfish. The catfish creates earthquakes, and so when it's pounding its tail and causing the level to kind of shake and move and stuff. So I was thinking like when these things happen, um, the statues are reacting. At least that's what I'm hoping. I definitely think once I get the levels all designed and built, I'll probably go back through and go, okay, I want to add a mechanic to this because I really feel like it's just kind of a side scroller beat 'em up right now, and not a lot of puzzles and stuff. I really wanted this to have much more puzzly things going on. Also been thinking, um, probably once I get all the levels kind of paper mapped and maybe I redesign. That's what I've been doing with it with everything. I've been trying at least. I think the only one I am a little bit weary on. Let me see. Is the first one. Pop this up. The crane. I think the crane is the only one I'm not really sure on its lore. It may not even have lore in Japanese. I just wanted it because I wanted the whole beak thing. Oh, thanks, man. But like the Kairu or the frogs, they have this whole lore of being kept in people's pockets for safe returns to home and for good luck and stuff. And so the enemy boss pukes out coins and lint and stuff like that, and it's all beat up from being inside someone's pocket. Um, so like everything I've tried, I look at the lore and I'm like, okay, well, how can I implement that either into the character design or into the level design? And then I try to think of like mechanics that would work for it. Which is why I had the frog puking, and it's like all the lint that it's just kind of swallowed over the years of being in someone's pocket. Vomit. I don't know if that's great. Did you ever play Conker's Bad Fur Day on the I mean it was on the Xbox 3 one or the original Xbox, but it was also a Super NES or no, Nintendo 64. Because and the only reason why I say it's on the N64 one is because they took that level out for the Xbox version, but it was a big turd boss. Like and to beat it you had to throw toilet paper at it, and its teeth were made of corn. It was such a foul boss, but it was so brilliant in how they designed that boss, and all the things that they kind of tied in with it. And I really loved that design. Yeah, I mean, the N64 was years ago, right? Um, and then when they did Conker's Reloaded, they took it out, which drove me nuts. A lot of, just really great gameplay was in Conker's, and I have to give Rare credit. I didn't get into what was it? Banzooey? Banzooey, I think is the other one they made, another platformer. But Conkers was amazing to me. Banjo and Kazooie, that's what it was. I never had to play it. I think I may own it now, um, but I haven't had a chance to play it. I actually want to go back through Conkers again because I think I have it on my Raspberry Pi. I think. I was also thinking, because a lot of days when I don't stream, it's because I don't know if I want to work on anything on this game. Because maybe I'm waiting for art to come back, or maybe I'm just, kind of still processing things, and I don't think anybody would like to sit here and me going, I wonder how this would work. So I was thinking like one of the games I want to make is redo an old Sega Master System game called Zillion, and it was one of my favorite games. It's like a, let's see, 86, so I was 9, something like that. And so I thought about maybe on days that I'm not working on this is to start working on that. And I also, it was a 2D game originally, but I'd like to make it 3D. So I've been thinking maybe I'll do a second game. Um, God damn it, I'm gonna get rid of that. So on days that I'm not working on this, I can just do something, and then that one I can kind of like, I don't know, keep a design document going, or not a design document, a devlog kind of thing for. But I need to get the everything paper mapped first before I start thinking about a whole nother project. I'm sure Robin would be like thrilled that I didn't get everything done that I was supposed to do, and here I am working on another project. Oh, are you looking it up right now? It kind of was. It was very yeah, I mean, and not to mention because that way you're just not getting burned out on the same one. Like I want to create something, but like this one requires a certain amount of thought put into it because of it being underwater, it being a fish, so on and so forth. So if I can do something easy, not saying that recreating Zillion would be easy, but it would be easier. And since I don't have the license for Zillion, obviously, I mean I probably wouldn't recreate Zillion, but it would take heavily from that game. And I'd probably still do it. Yeah, inspired by exactly. I'd probably still do it as a side scroller, but I'd make everything 3D. At least at the beginning in my head. If I went further with it, maybe I'd add more of a third person kind of perspective. But I think at the beginning I would do kind of like Shadow Complex. If you ever played that one, I know that's a little older game now too. I really like Shadow Complex too. Yeah. And that's what Shadow Complex made me think of Zillion when I played it. Yeah, I loved Shadow Complex. It was such a cool. I mean, I don't know if it was the very first 3D game that did that, but it was so fun. I really enjoyed it, and I was late to the party on that one. Everybody was pretty much had it beat by the time I picked it up. Really enjoyed it. I need to stop buying so many freaking games and not playing them because I'm missing out. My goal this summer when school's out is to play the new God of War. And what is that, like a year and a half old at this point? 2 years old? Just don't have time. It's like where'd the time go? So I think I'm gonna have another statue like here. No, it absolutely is. Well, and what sucks is it's not that I don't play games. I just play a really dumb game because I could do it on my phone, and I'm so addicted to it because it's Raid Shadow Legends. Really not taking the way that's coming out. Cool. Hey, Farles. Thanks for that re. How's it going, man? Another hydrate. Gotcha. Hey, thanks for that raid. I am, for those who are not familiar with myself, my name is Blindkat. Um, I am creating a 2D game. I am the designer, the level designer, and I guess creative director of this game called Koisugi and the Legend of the Water Guardian. Right now, I'm doing what's called a paper map. I'm building out the levels through level 8 difficulty on Helldivers to unlock Hell Dive mode. I have yet to play Helldivers, so I'm assuming that's what you were streaming today. Kate, I think, owns Helldivers, but we have not, or she hasn't played it yet either. I finally jumped into Godot and started messing around. Nice, dude. Nice. How do you like it? How do you? I haven't. You learned a lot. I have not looked at Godot yet, though I am very, very curious of it. Um, that's awesome, though. Do you have a game idea in mind, or are you just kind of toying around at the moment? Game makers, so it's nice that there's structure. Cool. I've heard good things about Godot. And I've seen some people play on it. I can't just put stuff anywhere I want and break everything like in GM. Gotcha. So it's okay, so it's got some decent structure to it. It's gonna yell at you if you do something wrong. Nice. That's awesome. And that's awesome that you're going into it, man. Once you start getting like just the general feel of the game engine, you're gonna be able to do some really cool stuff. Just keep at it. Just keep at it. Don't allow something stupid to stop you. If you hit a brick wall, see if you can find a quick tutorial that shows you how to get around that brick wall, and then once you're out of that brick wall, stop the tutorial and just go right back to building. Or put it to the side and just keep building and then come back and fix it later. Don't allow little things to bother you. It'll knock you off so quick. Trust me. I lived through by experience, right? I've started building so many games and then because something stupid uh just like deterred me, and I never went back to it. And it's just so easy to do. C sharp instead of GD script just to try and get more uses. Cool. Yeah, that's probably a good thing too, because then you can transfer that knowledge. Like let's say you want to use Unity. Um, C sharp is pretty robust. Nice, dude. That's awesome. It's very cool. If you ever have any questions, I mean, I can't help you on the Godot side, but you know, design aspects or anything like that, or you want me to look at something, I'm more than willing. Very cool. And I'm okay at coding, but there's a reason why I tapped somebody at new coding. That's awesome. Do you? I think I asked about it, but just in case I didn't, did you have an idea of what you're gonna do, or again, just kind of messing around, just seeing what stuff does? Yeah, but first I'm going to try to recreate some simple games to get a feel. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. That way you have a direct, you know what to look for. And I was actually just talking about this with Ludum is, you know, I want to start a second game so that when I'm doing, there's something I'm waiting on in this one, or maybe I just not being creative enough with this one. I want to recreate a game that I played in the past from when I was a kid, and I'm going to use basically that design almost verbatim, at least at the beginning, so that way I can recreate. I don't have to think about the design. I'm just thinking about building it and getting the mechanics to work and stuff like that. It does take a lot out of the production if you have it set in front of you. So that's probably a brilliant idea is to find just recreate games to get familiar with the tools and stuff like that. It'll keep you more focused. Awesome. Stoked for you, dude. I really, really hope you enjoy it. Don't get frustrated with it. Yeah, exactly. And you know, I do it all the time. It's a lot of times I'll sit here and go, okay, if I do this and then this happens. So yeah, then that's cool. If I didn't if I didn't teach using Unity, I'd probably start messing around with Godot. But I'm when I do too many different softwares, regardless if it's a game engine or like a 3D software, I get my fingers start getting crossed and it slows me down and then I get frustrated. So for as long as I'm gonna work in Unity, I'll probably just do games in Unity. And then eventually, if I'm not in that kind of position anymore, I'll probably switch and check out other things. Like to be fair, I kind of want to do something in Unreal as well, but it's pointless if I have to continuously remember things. Like one of the hardest things for me lately is because I want to learn Blender, but I teach 3D Studio Max, and we just got into 3D Studio Max actually in my class, and I'm just forgetting so many things because I keep trying to do it like the way Blender does it. I'm like, nope, that's not it. So then I feel like an idiot as I'm standing there trying to get them to do something. So no, it's not. I mean, every every game engine has its perks, right? Um, and I like Unity. I think they kind of did something stupid in October, but besides that, I like Unity. Man, this is just not coming out the way I like it. And so I'm not upset about it. It's just I wish I was a little more versatile because I mean, I've said in the past, I learned a lot of game development doing Unreal. Oh, and we're gonna add Hero Engine for me, then switch to Unity. Was greater than UE4. See, I didn't like Unreal Engine 3, and I think that's what stopped me from messing with it. Um, when I first started teaching at the college. Oh, you went to UE4. Gotcha. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Blueprints. Yeah, yeah. I learned game development when Unity, not sorry, not Unity, Unreal was right after Unreal 2 came out. Um, and you could mod Unreal Tournament 2003, I think. I think it was 2003. And so I did a lot of level designs. Matter of fact, that's how I got an interview with Vector 5 was because of a level I designed in Unreal 2003, I think, or 2007. Unreal 2003 and 2007 were not much different from each other. And then Unreal 3, when that came out, uh, I did not like the way that they had things set up, so I stopped messing with it. And then we got Unity at the college, and so I started just using Unity. I feel like this jaw needs to be lower, like it's really opening wide to kind of, and so like this will push the player down. It'll send a stream. Because I think originally, and I don't know if I'm going to add more, but originally what I wanted the catfish to do was to slam its tail to cause things to fall, and then to like inhale everything in front of it, so it'll pull rocks and whatever. Because I don't know if catfish do this, but I know carp do it, and carp are kind of catfish, right? If I'm not mistaken. And they eat everything and anything. So I was thinking the catfish will just suck everything into its mouth and spit out what it doesn't want. And so it's going to try to eat the koi. And so I'm trying to put all the mechanics that the player will face with the boss. So Ludum, I probably won't be going to what you call it anymore. The IGDA meeting. There's no way I'm going to Northtown for those meetings. Not to mention on Saturday we have our design meeting, our production meeting. So really disappointed they're switching the day. Yeah, it's gonna be what is it? They just put it up. The should on Saturday. Maybe it's on the Agile Nevada at it's off of First Street and it's gonna be on Saturday, April 20th. But it's in the Arts District. I I just can't, with everything that goes on that day, like my wife does food prep that day, and so if I left her alone with the kids, she'd probably either kill me or divorce me eventually, whichever came first. So I got a feeling they'll probably change that again, but for the time being, I'll probably talk to Dustin at Level Up and just see what he thinks, because by then he'll be at least one of them. When they started talking about Saturday, I was like, damn it. I mean, it makes sense why they're doing it, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. There's no way I'm ever going downtown though. That's just that's just a automatic. Not going to do it, sir. He's uh he's talking about making launching his game as episodes. Thought that was interesting. Makes sense. And he could probably do it with his game. Oh, that sucks. My worry, and goes, I mean, even with a single launch, right? My worry is like something like that happens, right? You you start planning to do something like episodes. So you launch the first chapter and then something happens between the first chapter and sending the second chapter, or even worse, right? Let's say you had four chapters, you do the first three, but then something happens before the fourth, and then you got all these angry ass people mad at you for getting them involved in a story and they're not ever going to finish it. Because to be fair, man, until we're all making like a living doing this, we all have to do other stuff, and other stuff gets in the way sometimes. It's hard to keep people motivated when not making anything. So releasing a series, you'd have some money to keep going. That's true. That's also true. But it's also hoping that it's getting enough of that money. And not to mention, like even if it's like 100 people that buy your game, right? Like that doesn't go very far if you're charging, $5 to $10 a piece, or even 15, right? Like it's $1,500. You're not going to pay anybody's salary with that, and not that's $1,500 before uh, Steam takes their cut. And so you sell 100 copies and then it goes under. That's 100 pissed off people, right? That's just the way I think, right? Like that just it worries me to a point where I don't want to do it. And I think that's also why I'm like paranoid about doing like a Kickstarter as well, unless I have the project pretty much done. All right, it's kind of there, but I don't know why I get fixated on what the face looks like. I think because I want the artist to go, okay, I see where you're going. I can do that. So when I was teaching at the college, um let's see, there was one, two, four instructors with me included, and a student who had a pretty cool animation of this bat. And we all were like, man, this is really good. Well, when you graduate, we should all hook up and try to make a cartoon out of that bat. And so we actually started an LLC. Actually, we started five LLCs. We had four LLCs, one LLC a piece, and then those four owned the fifth LLC. So we spent a lot of money on all this, right? It was, $500 per LLC. Then we all chipped in for that last LLC. And then there was a lot of other things we had to pay for. And so all of us kind of chipped in. And we were going to do a Kickstarter. Now, I wish I would have known a little bit better back then, but we set off to get the number that would get us to build a pilot. Um, and that pilot was going to be to get everything working $250,000 after we like investigated everything and saw what we were going to have to pay and so on and so forth. And so we created the Kickstarter for $250,000. Um, I think yeah, the first day we got up to $15,000. Um, but then after that, it was done. It didn't go anywhere. I canceled it 15 days in because I heard if you let it go to the end and you don't meet your goal, it's harder to get the next one. Like if you were going to redo it, I don't remember everything now, but um, and so when we were I think we got it like 15,600 or something like that. We got to day 15. I was like, there's no way we're gonna get another $235,000 or whatever. And so I pulled it, and then the pretty much the team broke up right after that. Like everybody got, yeah, no, it was way too lofty. What we should have done was made a trailer with this, which we kind of did. We had a trailer built for it. Um, Actually, to be fair, I wonder. Let me check something. I think Kickstarter keeps things, so I can show you the trailer if it's up here. Oh, what was the? I don't remember what the second character was called. It was Winchester and something. Is it Thorpe?
You better clean it. Don't make me regret it. They lost our child.
What? Apparently they found her.
Yeah. So I waited online and they came by and they like took all the numbers, right? And then I pull up, I'm waiting in the whole like
Ludum says hi.
I
Hello.
I'm waiting in the whole like area where like the kids come out. So all the kids come running out and my kid nowhere to be found, right? And so she's like, everyone good? And I'm like, I don't know where my kid is. She's like, okay, we'll pull aside. There's like a third lane for kids that I guess didn't find their cars. And then the teacher's like, okay, what's your student's name? And she's like, Sarah Crawford. So she goes over the radio and she's like, Sarah Crawford. And they're like, oh, her name never came up on the list, so we didn't send her out. So we'll go get her. So they go to go get her, and they don't know where she's at. She apparently went to the wrong gate.
Oh,
But mind you, I'm sitting there, and like three sets of kids come out and leave, and come out and leave, and my daughter still hasn't shown up, and I'm like, motherfuckers. Until I showed up.
until you showed up, losing you hiding.
Wrong.
Yeah, I don't. Man, I know I have it somewhere because I just ran across it like not too long ago. I want to say, was it Winchester and Thorpe? Winchester. I don't know. I'm doing a search on my drive. If it pops up, I'll show it to you. But so um so we put it in and it didn't do
What?
anything. Like after it got to that point, it didn't do it.
Yeah, no, go change out of your
And
change
after
out
that, everybody
your
kind of
school
just
phone. Get a different.
fucked off, basically.
You
And
come tonight.
some years later, like I was mad at some of these people because we spent a lot of fucking money to get all this shit up. And then, some years later, one of the guys uh, was actually my business partner in doing this. And so when he fucked me on this one, which is why he probably hasn't called me, I was livid. I was like, I'm never working with this guy again. But yeah, that's essentially. I mean, you live and you learn, right? Yeah, definitely. So fucking mad about. And and on top of that, I guess. Oh shit, where's that cat? Where is it? Lions? Yes. Uh, get her to chill.
I tried since she got in the car.
Um, totally lost my train of thought. Oh, he tried to sabotage the the project. And that's what I didn't even pick up on it. Kate was the one that picked up on it. She's like, "What the fuck? Why, just if you don't want to be part of it anymore, just leave. But why you got to be a fucking asshole and try to get everybody else to leave?"
Wait, what?
When Ken fucking left his goodbye comment,
Oh.
I was saying how I didn't even pick up on it that that's what he was doing. You
Oh.
did.
Yeah. It's freezing in here.
No, it's not.
I am freezing.
Put a jacket on.
You.
Me what? I can't get more undressed. She's biting my head, and now she's knocking my hat off. What a bitch. I mean, I could, but then, I won't have a stream anymore. He said I could. I said I can't take much more off.
Well.
God damn it. Oh, and a hydrate. And, okay. See, here's the postures. And a stretch. Oh, and hydrate.
That's not hydrating.
Uh,
Water.
it just says hydrate. It doesn't say anything about
Hydrate is
water.
water.
No, it's liquid. It
No,
has water in
hydrate
it.
is not liquid.
Then go get me a glass of water.
Bitch, what did you get your extreme?
Because I was actually running late. I had to do something, and I didn't want to do something until Kelsey left.
Poop.
Yeah.
Can't poop while she's here?
Nope.
There it is.
See, whatever is in your
All
cup. Ah, shit. I gotta look at the timer. I need a timer.
I'm gonna help you with that.
You. That's why I married you.
That's why.
That's why I say I appreciate you.
You talked to Jody.
Sense.
Like today.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to see her today because she doesn't get in until late. Oh, man, I really wonder. I'm pretty sure it was Winchester. No, baby.
Leave Daddy alone.
It might be over there though, unless you were playing with it this morning.
Lives downstairs.
So I noticed your post. I didn't see it the first time. I just saw it today, that you posted your trailer in the Discord. because your girl sent it to me when you got finished with it, so that's where I saw it. So I didn't even see it in there. But anyway, I noticed that you said you may have another character to voice. What's that one gonna be? Oh, your main character. Oh shit. Now you're making me all nervous. What is the what's the premise of the character? Like what's this character's background? Like where are they from, etc. Like do I gotta start talking to him with a draw? Point Pleasant, West Virginia comes back home because he received a letter from a coroner saying his father was found dead. Scared back to your father's house investigating. So West Virginians do have a drawl to their talking.
Hey, we're not playing in the hallway.
Oh, it was Winthorpe and Chester. That's what it was called. Is this still working? So this is I don't know if you need to go that literal with the voice, but the more research you do, the better, of course. So this was the banner, and that's the bat. Yeah, yeah. Um, so now that I remember the name, let's see. It's not Winthorpe. Yeah, Chester. Let's see if it pops it up this time. So, like I said, the bat character um was our student's character, and so and she had this like this little animation of it flying up and falling in love with a a bat that was made of smoke, and it falls in love with it, and well, then the smoke dissipates, and it's like, oh, and it was a really cute little cartoon, and so we started talking about what we could do and stuff like that. I can't find the video trailer for it. I I thought Kickstarter like keeps everything forever, but I don't see it. Does it matter if there's an and or if it's an ampersand? No. But yeah. So that was the project we were gonna do. Looking back now, we should have just made it a an episode, just like a quick short, uh, kind of showing who they were, and then go and just do that and put it on YouTube and stuff like that. Because this is also like 2014 too, or 2013. So we hadn't got into the point of where it was a huge thing yet. Ooh, that's really bright. Amber internet. Not like it matters. Ooh, 'cause I need it above the colors. Clothes. Oh, where is actually
Making sure you're not fucking up.
making sure I'm not fucking up.
Yep. Fucking it up.
You're fucking it up.
Wait, easy. You want to keep it?
No.
Here. Your tablet is downstairs, underneath the counter.
TV table?
No, it's next to the table on that white thing that's by the counter.
What you playing?
Helldivers.
What the fuck?
What?
Now you're gonna play Helldivers?
I've had it installed for like a week.
You're just now opening it.
Yeah. To be fair, I was doing I did the tutorial this morning, and then I had to quit because I had to put out fires on my website.
What happened on the website?
Uh, the inventory was done wrong, and when Sharks was trying to print out the catalog, there was a lot of issues.
Gotcha. I'm probably gonna bust out some old games, start playing them over the summer.
My ship's name is Serenity.
Because they stole everything from all the
No, you get
sci-fi.
to name your ship.
Oh, really?
I mean, you have to pick out of a bunch of like different names. So mine's Lady of Serenity.
What is this called? It's not called anything. Let's call it muck walls. What was I doing? Hmm. I don't know. Whatever. All right, so I'm gonna take this because I'm lazy and I don't want to recreate it. And someone else is just gonna recreate it anyway. I'm not. I don't know why I put all these freaking colors in here for barriers, but so here, this is where an NPC will grab some of the moss and run into this, and because they're charged, it'll explode and kill the thing. Gives depth and a 3D visual to it. Sounds good. How's it going, Sky? Uh, so I've cleaned up the level a lot since you were here on Wednesday. Feels like my computer's starting to lag. Oh, this ain't good. Oh, hopefully I'm not crashing. That's weird. I can see this raising, but this isn't moving. Oh, it's gonna flip out here in a second. As soon as it catches up, everything's just gonna go whoop. Awesome. Well, anyway, I was gonna show you the level. Thanks, man. I was gonna show you it to you, everything I've changed, um, but Photoshop is being stupid. W- One step ahead of you. Oh, come on. Don't don't be an ass.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so nothing's crashing yet, but nothing is responding. God. Oh How obnoxious. Look, everything else is working. I just can't get this to move. Will you draw a circle? Nope. Will you allow me to select? Nope. Magic wand? Nope. Obnoxious. So how's everybody doing? Since I can't do anything. Well, the problem, well, let's see. Let's see if I can know. Let's see if I can save it at least. Saving. Okay, so it's saved. So let's see. Uh, so it's definitely a weird, like, bug. Oh, there we go. Hey, there you go, Sky.
Testing. Nope.
All right, so yeah, so I went back and I kind of cleaned up the lines and then started thinking about the lighting throughout this level. So like it'll be lit through all these like lava veins and the glowing of this. Um, I'll have an NPC that will run through this and pick up the blue moss, running into that. It'll explode. That will teach the player that to get through this, they have to go pick up this mod or moss to destroy that. Then I have more moss they got to pick as they're fighting enemies.
Okay.
And once they get overwhelmed, they'll just explode the ability to get kill the enemies. Then they'll also destroy that barrier. And then here, I'm gonna have like probably a character or something here that says, "Hey, don't go into the dark.
Oh.
Things will eat you, whatever." And it as it's kind of like dying. And so the player will take the moss, and then they'll be able to see things. And then these lava veins, that's about as much as it's gonna light up. And so everything will be really, really dark. Matter of fact, this probably should be even darker. So it'll be almost like pitch black, something like that.
I wasn't gonna get this word steady straight.
Cool, cool, cool.
But I guess you can't do solo missions.
So if the player has the moss on them, they'll be like a glowing orb, and so um they'll remove the fog, if you will. So let me go ahead and turn that off. And then I was thinking like, these things will be little sprayers. This will be like something that's like a current that's pushing the player down, and so they'll either have to dash out of the way or. But then I want a bunch of these heads in different places. Like this is the catfish's altar or realm. So still working it out, but it's definitely getting there. I mostly recreated this level earlier today. Mainly it's just so I can, when I hand this, or when I give the list to the artist and go, look, this is how this level is going to look, then they can start taking pieces of it and meeting the art style. Did you get food too?
No, I'm cooking food.
Oh, okay. So all of a sudden I'm smelling food and I'm like, damn, I'm hungry.
At least wait.
It's time for it to eat. Yes,
Eat?
yes, it's getting close.
He's not doing anything.
It is definitely getting close. How was your day, Sky? Got some plans for the weekend? Where's my lines? Lines, lines. There's lines.
How do you melee?
Someone
Oh,
did do the tutorial. So you do around the yard, more in the shop, etc. Nice. Sure. Mhm. I'm definitely gonna have to do some research on West Virginians though, because I feel like, I mean, I know you said not to think of it that deep, but that's just how I do things. I have to think about it. Helps me get a voice in my head. And you know, if I have too many voices in my head, then
just making sure my melee
it
works.
goes crazy.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, see. But yeah, yeah. Shoot me the script on Discord. I'll check it out later. And I'll come up with some ideas. That's natural. Natural. On your best naturally. And now I feel like you're calling me out or something. I'll get the writer on it. Okay.
Oh my god.
So so Sky, I'm dipping my hand in voice acting too. So Ludum here's got some characters he needs to be voiced, and so he's either being gracious enough or dumb enough to allow me to try it. Hopefully it's the gracious part and I do well.
How do you die?
You know, it's funny is like if something doesn't feel like it belongs, like it kills the game or kills the
I
idea for
shot
me.
him. I feel bad.
You can't ignore and deny anyone in any opportunity. Sure.
He dived in front of me.
So like I've been playing Guild Wars, or we've been playing Guild Wars
You guys are hugging
a little
yourself.
while ago. That's good. Maybe you have the voice he needs. Might surprise yourself.
Oh,
It happens. It happens sometimes. But there's this character who sounds like a 50s detective, and it drives me nuts. I mean, she is a detective, but man, it just her whole character gets destroyed for me because she just sounds like an old 50s, like, well, wonder what they're doing over there. It's stop. Yeah, like the, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It was fate. It was fate.
oh shit! I just got killed by the leg.
Like I think if it matches like the game or the not just the game, the media style and it kind of adds to it, then I'm fine with it. But it just did not feel right to me. And other people love it, but it drives me nuts and I just can't deal with it.
Oh shit! Do I go inside?
Uh I'm trying to think of like a line. It's like their inner monologue talking, right? That's true. No, and I mean I'm cool with trying as long as like, you know, if you don't like it, you just say, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna run with that." I'll be like, "That's cool," because I don't want to sound stupid. I'd much rather get rejected than have something of mine put in there and it's horrible sounding. Yeah, I mean, being proud of something is subjective. Like I could be stoked that I did something and it regardless of if it's good or bad. But at the same time, if I'm the only one that likes it, or if I'm the only one that hates it, right? It can go either way for me. Well, I appreciate that, but I mean, I'm always going to be judgmental on something I do because that's just the way I am. Remember the way this works. In 1,000 years, you may be remembered as the voice of the blue booby bear. Bear. We picked up this distress call. It's actually just someone called Blue Booby Bear, and there's my voice just going through. I wonder if I had like I'm gonna have to clean this up, but I'm trying to get the idea in my head, and so I'm just gonna sketch this. I don't even know what the hell this is supposed to be. You guys ever seen those fountains where the fish is kind of like up on its tail and it's kind of like S out and then water is coming out of it? I was trying to think of something like that, but my drawing abilities did not want to work for me there. So let me just, and now it's a cartoon. What would a fucking altar for a fish look like? Like a spitting fish of the Asian. Well, maybe. Let me look at those. Yeah, kind of like this. Oh no, that's not that one. Go away. Kind of like that. Yeah, yeah. No, I knew what you meant. I didn't think you meant like a real spitting fish. But yeah, no, that's kind of like what I'm thinking of. Uh, oh my God. No, I can't get rid of it. Oh, oh, because it's on a different screen. There we go. I mean, because I'm just kind of like thinking of like these different statues that were kind of that are created to honor this catfish. Um, and so I'm thinking of all these different things, and then I can have them like having either air sprays to push the player around or manipulate the player's progression. I should just like, because this didn't turn out half bad, I should just grab this and reuse it. Oh, actually, that popped a few times. I did a little bit of a stretch there as well. Well, and to be fair, I mean, like, I'm not even, this is even the art that's going to be used. I'll have someone else design it in the art style that we're using. I just like doing as clean of a picture as I can because then it helps me think of things. But then I can also, when I pass it off, I go, see, this is what I want. And they're not trying to guess. Okay, what happened there? Eh, that'd be kind of cool to have it kind of like this too. Have another one, kind of like maybe have another one here, and like the player has to do this kind of thing. Oh, it'd be kind of cool. I wonder if this could work. Like, what if it like these are the heads, but then the tail comes out. What a tail! But the tail would come out and kind of like splash or smack. Like, could be kind of cool. I really kind of wish we would have done this in 3D because you can do so many more mechanics in 3D. That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe it kind of either we do it like where the tail kind of swings like this, um, like maybe it keeps rotating and then maybe it flings like lava up in the air, or do the opposite direction to where it comes up like this, and you kind of just have to like shoot by it, and it's also flinging like maybe lava, like maybe it like gets in this position and then like lava just kind of sends off in different directions. That'd be cool. And then these are pushing you towards it, like towards this section. So if this is rotating constantly, you know, like this, and these are pushing you inward to get hit by that. Yeah, yeah. I think that might work. And we'll just break the current timer. So maybe I'll have another head right here, and I'm at an ad break. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So I'll do like and make it a pattern. So it goes like 2 seconds on, 3 seconds off. Like the water does under a surfing wave. So like when it curls, it's taking it's taking the everything out of it and then it crushes, right? Right. So what if this was like a wave, right? Like this part right here was like the wave, and these are the elements trying to push you into the wave to get tumbled into it and sucked up into it. Because then I could do like a few of these. I can put the heads down here. Yeah, that could be cool. I'll have to talk to my programmer and see what we can do with that. Because some of the things that I come up with, I'm not sure if we because my programmer has done software engineering, but he hasn't done a lot of game development, and so he's discovering things still that way. But I think that should be doable. I don't see that being too difficult. He's using C sharp because that's what the game engine utilizes. And so he's also trying to learn dots, but that I don't think that has anything to do with the actual coding. I mean, it does, but not the type of coding. Yeah, I'll sketch this out for now, and I'll write some notes off to the side, and I'll send it his way, and then because I'm always worried that I'm going to give him a task that is too much. So far, I've thrown things at him, and I'm like, okay, now I want to do this, and he's like, that should be good, and I'm like, okay, thinking I'm going to stump him, and he usually figures out a way around it. So, oh, so since Helldivers can play on this, I don't have to buy a new computer. It's true. So this is when I start getting into like ugly sketching because I just want to get some ideas. Oh, but you know what? Like what kind of with your idea with like a tumbling of the wave. if the mouse like pulled the lava up and created like say one pulls up like a like a wave kind of like and another one pushes it and then it starts flowing in that direction until it loses steam and lays back down. That'd be kind of cool. And so like these have like a new kind of ability. Sucks up, pushes, sucks up, pushes. That'd be kind of cool. And it builds like a so it's like a comes up like a snake kind of like comes pulls up and then the other one pushes it and it kind of does that kind of thing. Kind of like that. And then most of that would be animation anyway. That's not even a mechanic. That wouldn't even have to be that scripted. It would just be say, this turns on, animate this up, then this activates and animate that to go down. So that would be relatively simple. And then it would just have a collision on it. So as soon as it hits the player, it causes damage. And if we're going to do instant kill with the lava, then instant kill.
I actually bounced that off your head over the wall.
Which would give another reason for the explosion moss. So if that was coming, let's say you do have the wave and you're right here, there's no way you're going to make it. You could use the explosion, which would knock the wave out so you can progress. But then this is going to pull another wave and it's going to look like waves are forming and crashing, forming and crashing. Oh, I'm digging this. I'm digging it. Digging it. So actually, we're going to do this. We're going to move this to go the opposite direction. It'd help if I was looking at the right screen. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah.
Ma'am, maybe he went to my website. No, I did have a site visitor. I bet you think it's him. That's funny. It's a forward. And man is totally sexist. Yeah, you're
It wouldn't be a better way for you to explore the possibilities. Basically, create design documents in you as you go. I mean, I do it both, right? Like I do this so, and it's more because I can be kind of like just sketch like if with a pencil, right? I like to sketch my ideas, kind of like how I guess like if you were writing a song, how you might write out lyrics and stuff. But once you pick up the guitar or you start playing piano or something and you're singing those or playing those notes to get those words in there, you start going back and editing the words to fit better. I think that's why I do it like this. Is like I do it inside Photoshop just to sketch things out because it's easy for me to erase it, put it back, erase it, put it back. When I start getting too detailed with the art, that's just my OCD kicking in. And, um, but the next part will be to go into Unity and then start putting these things together.
a 15-minute mission.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, I mean I know Unity. It's just a matter of like I'm not as versatile in the programming section. So there's usually like I have to go find out, hey, you think you can do this? And it's not just can you do this, can you do this in a relatively short amount of time too? Because me and the programmer, we do other work too, and so trying to get him to, he just has three new babies and or at least
I don't care.
two new babies. And so just time's a pain in the ass. So I try to find things that are gonna help.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna do this all the level one stuff. Yeah.
I mean, because I always feel bad because I'm like, hey, and then we can have this, and 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 this, and I'm putting it all on him. So I always feel bad. I always want to go, hey, can we do this? Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Or that'll take me a few hours. Or let me get back to you on that. And then I'm kind of like, okay, I won't push too much in one direction or another.
But the sauce to go with them.
But I think a lot of what we were just talking about, I think a lot of that is actually relatively simple stuff. Because I have ideas of what how I would program it if it was like if I had to work on this project by myself. And I'm thinking that's probably not that big of a deal. I'd have to animate it. Everything else would be just like a moving collider that would once it hit the player, it cause problems. And then everything else, like I said, just bringing it up and pushing it. Um, I'm pretty sure it would be too hard. I had to sit down and think about it for a little bit, but all right. So this is going to be the tail. Oh, see, now I'm getting another idea. Like, what if this one, like this is a preliminary. What if on this one we had like the tail kind of comes up, and then if this pushes, it moves a little faster. And this one pushes, it gets a little faster. That one pushes, it's like really quick, and then they stop pushing, and then it slows down,
Yeah.
and then you have to make it by or something along those lines. All right, Sky, have a good night. If I don't talk to you, have a good weekend. I'll be back on, I believe I'll be back on Sunday. We'll see. Life's been kind of hectic. So if I don't talk to you tonight, I'll see you in the next stream. And I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out, talking. Oh, speaking of which, dinner's almost ready. Time for me too. 10 more minutes. So I don't know if you heard, Ben.
No what?
Ludo wants me to be his main character's voice.
No shit. Cute.
You can get back to streaming.
Do you have to do stuff for that?
Yeah, they're gonna write the script.
I mean, being the main character voice is like a good way to start up your PA stuff.
Just give it a shot. I'm assuming you meant to say at least give it a shot.
Me?
No, I'm reading. No, I mean, you know, that's why I said as long as you tell me if I sound like an idiot,
It's ready, but it doesn't.
I'll attempt it. So if I sound like an idiot, you got to be like, dude, can you can you try again? Like if it's completely wrong, just go. Can you try it again? If it's slightly wrong, just tell me what you want to hear better. You're gonna make me into wanting to do this stuff.
Oh, yeah, actually, it's different.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah. Um, that is sufficient.
Oh, someone has to spawn.
I don't know why I did that. Let's just Control Z back. So this is the fish tail. I don't know how to make a fishtail from the side, but there is my attempt.
Oh, behind you, there's another.
Are you playing with Donk?
No, I was new or Jake.
Who-
Join. You can just like join randomly when people are playing.
Oh,
So you should install this so after dinner you can play.
I don't own it
You should own it and then install this.
because I have too many games that I don't want to play.
You were literally bitching that I was playing. Like you wanted
Because
to
you
buy
got
it.
another game that you're playing.
I didn't buy it. Not bought it for me. We're not reloading stuff. Ah,
All right, let's see. Where are these heads? There's a head. Just need a little head here.
I don't know how low for it was. It still is.
All right,
You
it's
did it.
starting to come together. All right. I don't know if this is gonna work, but sounds like a cool idea. So lava gets sucked. Oh, wrong thing. Let's try this again. All right. So lava gets sucked up until it gets to about like there,
Quicker at
and then
it.
so this is gonna create a wall, and then this is gonna push it, and so it's gonna be like that's so bad. Why does everything look so goddamn phallic? And then this will be a wave. My God.
No, you can keep it in your project like an hour to an hour.
A lava
It's fun.
wave.
I do. It's fun. It's like very like fast paced. Like, I don't like if you blow yourself up. It's like funny. I guess it's not like salty.
Lava wave. Just gotta make sure that people notice that and not think it's other things.
Share a bit.
Oh, what happened there? God. God, okay, I can't hang with that. That's just making me. I feel like I'm drawing something else. So when is dinner gonna be ready?
Probably
20 minutes?
less than. I mean, the meat's done. I just gotta heat the pasta, so when the pasta's done, install helders.
No.
Well, you own it, so you really
I
should
knew
install.
you fucking went and bought it. You're such an asshole. I don't know what a lava wave would look like, but that's what we're going with right there. Game doc already. Imagine what we'll do is send you some of the to try out, see how it goes from there. So I imagine we'll be sending you a short script rather quickly. So, cool. I do have a friend coming in this weekend, so I don't know if I'll get to it this weekend. I'll definitely read the script and I'll start getting some ideas in my head, but I don't know. You're probably how soon do you need it? Just so we can kind of so you don't think I'm ditching you. Because I think next weekend I'm open. I think next week I'm open, but the weekend after that is level up, so I know my weekend's shot. But I do have that Friday before level up um, open. Okay. I mean, I may, I might just find a time when the kids are being quiet and I can close the door and I can try it and I'll just kind of like send you something. But I just want to, I don't want you to think I'm ditching it. Um, I'm just trying to think a little bit ahead of time. Did you get it? Did I get what? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm streaming. Aren't you supposed to be doing something? Cook, woman. Cook. That's right. Make the dinner. Um, oh, so Kate's actually gonna booth it. So we now have vendor passes. She just got the exception, the exception. So Friday is the only day I'm not going to be there because I had to watch the kids. But Saturday and Sunday I'll be in the booth with her or walking around. Yeah, no, that's gonna be cool. Yeah, there you go. Jump on that, man, because if it's anything like last year, it was horrible. Last year we stood in line for like 2 hours. I think it was last year, wasn't it, babe? It was a 3 hour, but we were in line for what, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then she called G Fuel and G Fuel got us in. Yeah, it was crazy last year. The other thing that we discovered during Twitch was the the tunnel, which was awesome. Um, I don't know if you've seen the Teslas like drive underneath the ground. Like I don't know if you've been able to enjoy that because it's amazing. Uh, we parked way the fuck out away from the boring company. No, what is it called? Um, so there's I can't remember what it's called. But essentially, oh, the loop. That's right. So there's these Teslas that drive underground and they take you to each stop along the convention and supposedly they're going out all over Vegas. So we parked way the fuck out and then because the loop was right there, the one of the beginning points for the loop. So we just parked way the fuck out for free, walked across the street, took the loop and went to the West Hall. It was fucking awesome. It's so awesome. The first day I made the mistake and I parked far away. We didn't know about the loop. And so we walked all the way down and all the way over. It was a fucking nightmare. And it was still hot during TwitchCon. It was, and then someone was like, "Well, you can take the loop." We're like, "What? What's the loop?" And it was amazing. So there's one over by that far lot. I can't remember. Is it the silver lot? I can't remember. It's the one that's super far out. I think bronze lot is probably the worst place to park now because it's the furthest away from a point. But it's pretty awesome. Actually, probably should go find someone to raid since dinner is almost done. Let's see. What's we got to go? Where we going? Where we going? Let's go to browse. You too, man. And we'll talk soon. Whenever you got a chance, just go ahead and send me that, and I'll read it over and start getting some ideas. Awesome. Where am I going? Where am I going? Yeah, no worries. Let's see. And I hate this is like the worst part, is trying to figure out where to go. Dinner is ready. All right, I'm a raiding. All right, raid Oculus is always fun, so I'm gonna go raid him. See you, Ludum. Have a good night, man. Talk to you soon. And we'll raid Oculus. I've raided him before. He's creating a multiplayer and through Unreal, and it looks pretty cool. Fun stream to watch. So I think that's actually a good place to go. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for talking. Talk to you guys on the next stream.